Hello, welcome everyone. This is Sunday Anime Chat with yours truly, Popculture Mechanic. And today, we'll go through some anime news, and then we'll get on to the main topic, the Mighty Orbots. If you have not seen or heard of them before, that's understandable. They did not last very long. It was only a 13-episode show back in 1984. But before we get into that, let's peruse the news. First up, I'm sure Blaine will appreciate this. Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie anime casts Romy Park as Shikimori's mother. For anybody that watches that show, I'm sure it's a good announcement. Trigun Stampede anime reveals trailer, cast, staff, visual. It's been so long since there's been a Trigun anime. Might be one I'll have to take a watch. Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War anime's trailer highlights Stern Ritter. I guess if anybody's into Bleach, I think personally, as soon as they got rid of Aizen, they should have just ended it right there, but that's how it goes, eh? Let's see. What else we got here? Tokyo Pop reveals 4 more manga licenses. Return of Rising Stars of Manga Contest. Oh, Tokyo Pop. Haven't heard about those guys in a while. What do we got here? Tokyo Pop announced at its panel at Anime Expo on Saturday that it has licensed the following manga. Title Scramblues. Bokura no Scramblues. Author Mame March. Summary: Kurosaki is the designer in charge of the CD jacket design for the powerhouse musician Eddie. As he sees beyond Eddie's surly exterior and catches a glimpse of the man beneath the affectation, he begins to think about the message and emotions that Eddie tries to convey through his music. And at that moment, Kurosaki realizes that Eddie's voice is the thing to guide him on his course. But how can he communicate what he truly feels? Next one. The Snake Who Loved a Sparrow. Suzuhebe Kyuarion. Author Nara Natsuo. In a world where forest creatures can take human form, a member of the Sparrow clan, Komazu, is one day saved from a boar stampede by a cold but eye-catching white snake named Shirato. Dealing with both animal problems, fear of predation by their common enemy, the eagle, and human problems, differences in class, loneliness, and prejudice, these 2 boys learn to overcome the difficulties that come their way through an open mind and heart. Okay. Next one. Be My Love, My Lord. Baninate Goshujin-sama by Adumi Nagano. This is a world where humans keep beasts and beasts obey humans. Born as the second son of a well-known family, the lonely Reiji has always had his beastman servant, Tsubaki, as irreplaceable presence since he was a child. But one day his feelings turn to love, and Reiji playfully kisses Tsubaki, which invites his bestial lust. His sharp bite overflows with his own repressed feelings, but comes with a dark realization: they are different races, different castes. Can they overcome these hurdles and embrace their love? Next one. My coworker has a secret. Wakirai Otoko Ona no Secret. Author Mushiro. Akari is a 25-year-old bookstore worker who lives in Tokyo. She looks like a very normal and stylish office worker, but she has a secret. Doesn't want anyone to know. She is a massive otaku. for 2.5D stage play actors, to the point that she spends all her paycheck immediately to support them. She desperately hides this, but somehow her male coworker finds out her secret anyway. The company also announced it is bringing back its Rising Stars of Manga competition. The competition will have 10 winners. The first place winner will receive a $1,000 prize. The second place winner, a US $500 prize. And the third place winner, a $250 prize. Runners-up will get $100, and an audience favorite will also get $100. The theme of the competition will be 25. The submission period will be from July 25th to October 25th. Submissions can be in black and white or in color and must be between 10 to 25 pages long. Tokyopop said previous winners and industry professionals will judge the competition. The company also added that artists will retain the copyright on their works and that Tokyopop will not have ownership of the IP. Tokyopop will publish the winners in a digital collection. The company will reveal more details like where to submit the entries online and the full terms at a later date. Tokyopop revealed it also launched a Discord server and encouraged fans to join. The panel also highlighted several other series such as Hyperventilation and On or Off Webtoons and the Dekoboko Sugar Days Extra, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Mirror Moon, and Marcy's Journal, A Guide to Amphibia Works. Well, good on Tokyopop for giving people a chance to publish some manga. And Studio Trigger reveals new panty and stocking with garter belt project. Oh, wow. That's been a while. Original 13-episode series from Gainax premiered in 2010. Studio Trigger announced at its panel at Anime Expo on Saturday that it is working on a new project for the panty and stocking with garter belt franchise. The staff at the panel showed a short video featuring an animated shot and text with the phrase, "New Panty and Stocking." The videos featured the main characters each posing with both their middle fingers up. Yes, the 13-episode anime originally aired in 2010. Funimation released the anime on home video in 2012, 2013, 2014, and 2019. Hiroyuki Imase directed the anime at Gainax. Geek Fleet was in charge of series composition, and the music featured songs from Teddy Lloyd, Booty Bronx, Taku Takahashi, and more. Atsushi Nishigori was in charge of the character design. The Gainax West Anime Studio had teased a new project for the anime in 2016 and later revealed a new product and exhibition for the franchise. Well, that's good for panty and stocking fans. Get to have more. What else we got here? Oh, there we go. Right Stuff. And Nozomi Entertainment announced at their panel at Anime Expo on Saturday that they have licensed the Macross 7 anime and will release it in 2 Blu-ray disc sets, with both a regular edition and a collector's Ultra edition, released with bonus content. This is the first time the anime has been licensed in North America since its 1994 premiere. The first set will include the first 29 episodes plus the anime shorts, and the second set will include episodes 30 to 49 and Macross 7 Encore. You're getting a lot of content there. It's pretty good. Nozomi Entertainment describes the anime. It is the year AD 2045, the 7th new Macross class vessel, Macross 7, home to over 1 million inhabitants, journeys in search of habitable planets. Having departed Earth 7 years earlier, the fleet is continuing on its journey when its flagship is suddenly attacked. Meanwhile, at an outdoor venue in a park in Macross City, the rock band Firebomber has just started its opening set. The band's lineup includes passionate lead vocalist and guitarist Basra, bassist and singer Meline. She's the 7th daughter of Max and Miria, genius. The laid-back founding member and guitarist Ray, and on drums, the Meltran of the few words Vefidas. Their gig is just starting to go off when things are interrupted by the attack on the fleet. What is the identity of the mysterious enemy fleet and the true purpose of their attack? The inhabitants of Macross 7 are soon caught up in nightmarish conflict, the likes of which they could never have imagined. Macross 7 ran from October 1994 to September 1985 with 49 episodes. The series spawned a number of spin-off OVAs, including Macross 7 Plus, Macross 7 Encore, and Macross Dynamite 7. The anime also inspired Macross FB7, Ore no Uta no Kike, a 2012 crossover film retelling the events of Macross 7 as a story within the Macross Frontier anime. Big West CEO Kaya Onishi commented on the Macross 7 release. Macross 7 is the first Macross series I was involved with the production of. Its 49 episodes were broadcast over the course of a year, and the series' unique protagonist Basara Neki, who flew into battle not to fight but to sing, proved to be especially popular with Japanese fans. Seeing this, I realized just how wonderful the power of music was. As a result, I decided that I wanted to continue to provide fans with the sort of music and experiences that would not only move them, but would also remain with them. I'm overjoyed to now have the opportunity to bring the Macross franchise, which embodies the power of such music, to a global audience. I hope that you'll sing, laugh, and cry along with Basara, Ranka, Cheryl, and Freya, watching them on Blu-ray. Big West and Nozomi Entertainment also announced at Anime Expo on Friday that they will release the Macross Frontier and Macross Delta anime on home video. Yes, finally, it's happening. Big West, Studio New, and Harmony Gold USA announced in April that the companies agreed to allow the immediate distribution of most Macross television sequels and films globally. The companies also agreed to cooperate on the distribution of future Macross and Robotech projects. So there you go. Macross fans, rejoice. What else we got here? Viz Media offers complete English dubbed Bleach anime digitally on July 5th to 7th. Okay. What else we got here? Take a little sip here of my tea. Slam Dunk anime film opens in Japan on December 3rd. Slam Dunk. Wow, I haven't heard of that in like 20 years. What do we got here? Film's title is The First Slam Dunk. Various cinema chains in Japan posted pictures on Twitter on Saturday of theatrical posters of the new anime film of Takehiko Inoue's Slam Dunk basketball manga at their locations, which all list that the film will open in Japan on December 3rd. Posters feature the words, The First Slam Dunk, but it is currently unclear if that is the final title of the film. And there's some pictures there in the movie theaters. Inoue is personally directing the film at Toei Animation and writing the script. Among the listed staff members are character designer, animation director Yasuyuki Ibara, Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress, and technical directors Katsuhiko Kitara, Attack on Titan episodes, Major Yujo no Winning Shot, Naoki Miyahara, Digimon Adventure, Pop and Q, Toshio Ohashi, Layered, Stories 0, and Yu Kamatani, Looking for Magical Do-Re-Mi, Precure Superstars. Daiki Nakazawa is directing the CG and Yuta Ogura is producing the CG. Kazuo Ogura is directing the art. Yota Tsuruka is directing the sound with Koji Kasamatsu. Inoue published his iconic sports manga in Shueisha's Weekly Shonen Jump magazine from 1990 to 1996 for a total of 31 volumes. The manga inspired a television anime in 1993, and it received 4 anime film sequels. Crunchyroll is streaming the series, and it describes the story. Hanamichi Sakuragi is a delinquent with a long history of getting dumped by girls. After enrolling in Shohoku High School, Hanamichi becomes interested in a girl named Haruko. who loves the game of basketball. Viz Media released all 31 volumes of the manga in English. Cinedigm released Slam Dunk Season 1, Volume 1 on English dub-only DVD in May 2015. Toei released 4 DVD volumes of the anime with an English dub in 2005 before ceasing its direct distribution plans in North America. Update. The film's official Twitter account confirmed the film's title of the first Slam Dunk and confirmed the December 3rd debut date. A new teaser video will debut on July 7th at 7 p.m. Well, good for them. Bandai Namco Entertainment to release Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher game in English. That's good. What else we got here? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean anime's second part streams new trailer, reveals September 1st premiere. I have not watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but it's probably something that I should watch. Bandai Namco to release My Hero Ultra Rumble game in English. So for fans of My Hero Academia, another game coming to a console near you. What else we got here? Ruby franchise gets crossover film with Justice League. Reveals trailer for Ruby Arrowfell game. Ruby with the Justice League? I don't know how I feel about that. I used to watch Ruby quite a bit, but I think it's kind of gone downhill. My opinion. Macross Plus, Macross 2 anime offered overseas on Blu-ray disc. There we go, more Macross. I'm thinking they're opening the floodgates and getting it out there, which is good. Let's see what it has to say. Hidetaki Tenjin's Artistry of Macross, from Flashback 2012 to Macross Frontier book offered in October. That sounds like a book I will have to pick up. Big West and Anime Limited announced during Big West's Macross panel at Anime Expo on Friday that they will release the Macross Plus anime on Blu-ray disc in the United States, Canada, and Europe. Big West also announced that Anime Ego will release the Super Dimension Fortress Macross 2 Lovers Again anime on Blu-ray disc. Udon Entertainment confirmed at the panel that it will publish Hidetaka Tenjin's Artistry of Macross, from Flashback 2012 to Macross Frontier. Okay, so it's Udon Entertainment that's releasing that. They'll release it in October. Attendees at this month's Comic-Con International in San Diego can pick up the book immediately, and Tenjin himself will be a guest at panels. The story of Macross Plus is set 3 decades after the Space War 1 from the first Macross series and film, and follows 3 high school friends who reunite despite painful memories. Their personal drama intersects with the military's testing of 2 advanced fighters and the rise of a new virtual idol. The story of Macross 2 is set 8 decades after Space War 1 and follows a civilian news reporter who meets a mysterious singer from a previously unknown alien race. Manga Entertainment previously released Macross Plus on video, tape, and DVD, and US renditions, and Manga Entertainment previously released Macross 2 on videotape and DVD, respectively. I have Macross 2 on VHS, and Macross Plus as well. The latest work in the Macross franchise, Gekyoban Macross Delta Zettai Live, feature film opened in Japan on October 8th alongside the Gekyo Tanpen Macross Frontier Toki no Mikyu, Macross Frontier film short Labyrinth of Time film. The film is entirely new, as opposed to Macross Delta, the movie Passionate Valkyrie, which compiled earlier television anime footage with some new sequences when it opened in February 2018. The 26-episode Macross Delta television series ran from April to September 2016. Big West, Studio New, and Harmony Gold announced in April 21 the companies agreed to allow the immediate distribution of Macross television sequels and films globally. Companies agreed to cooperate on the distribution of future Macross. Yes, okay, we already knew that from the previous article. In response to a question about which version of Macross Plus it will release, Anime Limited said it presented at the panel is all what it presented at the panel is all it can say for now. Okay, keep your secrets. Crunchyroll to stream My Hero Academia Anime's new OVA episodes on August the 1st. Okay, that's good. What else we got here? J Novel Club licenses 10 new light novels, 1 new manga. Goodbye Don Glee's anime film screens in North American theaters in September. I hadn't heard of that before. Legendary Entertainment's live-action Godzilla series adds 5 cast members. Okay. Apple TV Plus series expands Godzilla vs. Kong's Monsterverse. Entertainment news source Variety reported on Thursday that Anna Sawai, Ren Watabe, Kiersey Clemens, Joe Tippett, and Elisa Lasowski have joined the cast of Legendary Entertainment's planned new series featuring Godzilla and the Titans for the Apple TV Plus streaming service. Sawai will play Kate, a former schoolteacher and a G-Day survivor. Watabe plays Kentaro, an intelligent, creative, and curious young man who has yet to find his own path. Clemens plays May, an American expat with a roguish exterior. Tippett plays Tim, an office drone who dreams of secret agent adventure. Lasowski plays Duval, an expert operative with unwavering confidence in herself and her skills. The series explores the mythic legacy of a world in which monsters are real, with Variety previously describing the show as centering on one family's journey to uncover its buried secrets and a legacy linking them to the secret organization known as Monarch. Variety also names Chris Black and Matt Fraction as co-creators, with Black as showrunner. Joe B. Harold and Tori Tunnell are the executive producers at Safe House Pictures, alongside fellow executive producers Hiro Matsuoka and Takamasa Arita from Toho. Warner Brothers and Legendary Entertainment's Godzilla vs. Kong film earned over $100 million in the United States, where it opened in March 2021. The movie earned $48.5 million its first 5 days in the US. The film opened in Japan in July 2021, earning 464 million yen, about 4.8 million, and topping the Japanese box office in its opening weekend. The separate Godzilla Singular Point anime series debuted in Japan in March 21. Every episode premiered on Netflix in Japan first before its television broadcast. Netflix debuted the anime outside of Japan in June 2021. Netflix previously debuted a Godzilla anime film trilogy between November 2017 and November 2018. So, good news for our kaiju fans out there. Okay, let's just have a little sip here. Let's see. North American anime manga releases June 26th to July 2nd. So, anime releases. Galactic Whirlwind Sasuraiger. Kekekashi. Come out on June 28th. Uramichi Onisan. Or Life Lessons with Uramichi Onisan. Place to Place. Sergeant Frog. Yurusei Atsura, Lum the Forever. Yowamushi Pedal, the New Generation. Print manga releases. There's a lot of them here. Apozimiz. GN9. Graphic novel. Okay, graphic novel number 9. Blade of the Immortal Deluxe Edition. That's from Dark Horse. Blue Period. Kodansha. Catch These Hands. Yen Press. Classmates Omnibus. 7 Seas. Donuts Under a Crescent Moon. 7 Seas. Drugstore in Another World. The Slow Life of a Cheat Pharmacist. 7 Seas. Oh, and a good morning to you, Blaine. Thanks for coming by. I'm just going through what's going to be released as far as anime and manga. Fist of the North Star, graphic novel number 5, Viz Media. Goblin Slayer side story, Dai Katana, Yen Press. I'm not meat, get your filthy paws off me. Oh, that's quite the title. Graphic novel number 1 by 7 Seas. The Idatan Deities Know Only Peace by 7 Seas. Into the Deepest, Most Unknowable Dungeon by 7 Seas. The Maid I Hired Recently is Mysterious from Yen Press. Maison Ikoku Collector's Edition from Viz. Otaku Elf number 4, 7 Seas. Outbride, Beauty and the Beasts, graphic novel 1. Precarious Woman Executive Miss Black, General. 7 Seas. Sayonara Football, Farewell My Dear Kramer. From Kodansha. A Sign of Affection from Kodansha. Star Wars Rebels? Yen Press. Oh, didn't even know that. Is 7 Seas still threatening to unionize over things management already said sure to? I don't know. I haven't kept up on that. I mean, good for them for trying, but if the company is being reasonable, I don't see a reason for them to have to unionize. The Tale of the Outcasts from 7 Seas. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Kodansha. Wandance. Kodansha, Welcome Back, Alice, Vertical, and Wicked Trapper, Hunter of Heroes. Hilarious beach photo, mature audiences only, yeah. Digital manga releases. Oh, that's a lot. I prefer the old print novel myself. Viz takes all ads, it appears. Yeah, they do, don't they? Okay, let's see what we got here. Crunchyroll to stream To Your Eternity anime season 2 in fall. Okay. One Piece Odyssey game developer diary video previews dramatic scenes, scramble area battles. I am gonna buy this as soon as it comes out. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagataros. Anime second season unveils title cast staff. January 2023 premiere. First one is about something about Harem Labyrinth. Nothing wrong with some harem stuff. Monster Rancher games get Ultra Kaiju spin-off on Switch this year. Scroll up? Okay. Oh, there it is. Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World. TV animes, Blu-ray disc, DVD boxes to include original video anime. That's the one, eh? The Katakawa store and other retail sites reported on Wednesday that the Blu-ray disc and DVD boxes for the television anime of Shachi Sogano's Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World, Isekai Meikyu da Harem, light novel series will include original video anime as bonus extras. The first box will ship on November 25th with the OVA Karada o Harata Atowa, After Washing Your Body. The second box will ship on December 23rd with the OVA Roxanne Tosaigo Maid, until the very end with Roxanne. Both boxes will include the Super Harem version of 6 television episodes, an exclusive box and packaging illustrated by character designer Makoto Uno, and a booklet with a cover illustrated by manga artist Issei Hyoju. The first box will have creditless versions of the opening and ending animation sequences, while the second will have a collection of promotional videos and commercials. The limited edition of the first box will bundle a 1/7 scale lingerie version figure pictured above of Roxanne. There you go. That's what you get. The Kadokawa store and other Japanese retailers will each have their own exclusive bonus, such as an acrylic stand, illustration on a mounted canvas or tapestry. Participating retailers are also offering pre-orders with a bonus poster and a chance to win a dialogue recording script signed by the 2 main cast members. And these guys get all the good stuff. The anime will premiere on July 6th. The show will air on ATX, Tokyo MX, and BS11 and will stream on D Anime Store and other services. The anime will have a TV broadcast version restricting some images and sound, a harem version restricting only some images, and a super harem version that will be unedited. Maybe it's time you get into physical media. Yeah, sounds like it, eh? Crunchyroll will stream the anime as it airs, and it describes the story. Struggling with life and society, high school student Michio Kaga wanders around the internet and lands on an odd website. The website features a number of questions and a point-based system that allows one to create skills and abilities for a character. Upon completing his character, Kaga is transported to a game-like fantasy world and reborn as a strong man who can claim idol-level girls. Thus begins the cheat and harem legend of a reborn man. The anime stars Taku Yashiro as Michio Kaga and Shiori Mikami as Roxanne. And it has a bunch of the people that are directing it, and the scripts, and designing the characters, and composing whoever's composing the music. Shiori Mikami performs the opening theme song Oath. Taku Yashiro and Kenta Miyake will perform the ending theme song Shinshi no Torahiki 60-man na, or Gentleman's Deal 600,000 na. Sugano launched the novels on the Shoitsuka in Minato website in 2011 and concluded it in November 2019 with an epilogue in March 2020. Shufono Tomo Company Limited is publishing the new novels in print with illustrations by Shikadoji from Full Metal Panic, Issei Hyoju, Blade Dance of Elementalers manga, launched a manga adaptation of the novels in Kadokawa's Shonen Ace magazine in April 2017. Yeah, you can't tell from the description if we get all 3 versions released on Crunchyroll. I don't know. Will Crunchyroll do that? Will they do the uncensored stuff? Or are they very prudish? Let's see. Yeah. That's it for the news. They do Shin Ikitosen was uncensored. Well, I mean, that's good. But good on them. There's no reason to censor stuff. People are paying. It's a paid service. So, and that was the news. I think now it's time to move along to what the main topic of today is, the Mighty Orbots. And I know what you're thinking. But pop culture, this isn't an anime. This was made for the USA. Only Shimoneta needs to be censored because it's part of the message. Oh. All right then. So I've recently watched this show back when it first came out when I was a kid, and recently, just to refresh my memory. And it is pretty darn good. And the reason I call it anime is because the producers are Tokyo Movie Shinsa, or TMS. And you can see the list of things they've done. Lupin the Third, Doraemon, Detective Conan. Lots of detective. Look at that. Lots of Lupin. Kenichi, the Mightiest Disciple. More Doraemon. More Detective Conan. Cyber 6. Wow, they even got into that. More Lupin. Lots of Lupin. Virtua Fighter. Magic Knight Rayearth. They've only done some of the longest running things in anime. Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it? Maps, Red Baron, Soccer Fever. More Lupin. Tetsujin 28, GoFX. Yeah, they go back a lot of years. These guys. Oh, even Akira. I don't think I've seen it. Oh, yes. And here's 1984, and here's Mighty Orbots. So, that's why I consider it to be anime already. It doesn't get a very good score, though. A lot of people, average score is 47%. The mean score is 52%. It's only got 13 episodes. And the reason for that is, back in the day, let's see. I know I've seen it. I saw it here. Read it earlier. It is. That is a mean, like, seriously. Okay, the series lasted only a single season of 13 episodes due to the lawsuit between the show's creators and toymaker Tonka, who accused them of causing brand confusion with their GoBots franchise. Mighty Robots, Mighty Vehicles advertising campaign. The episodes were aired on ABC, and some episodes were later released on VHS by MGM UA Home Video. Despite its short run, the series has a dedicated fan base today. The series' narration was done by voice actor Gary Owens, who was the voice of Hanna-Barbera's Space Ghost in the 1960s and Dynamite Dog Wonder's Human Straight Man, Blue Falcon in the 1970s. Yeah, Gary Owens has a very distinctive voice. If you hear him, that you're like, that guy, that is an announcer's voice. That is a real radio man. But yes, thank you, Tonka, and your GoBots, which sucked, because GoBots were not as good as Transformers at the time. And then the Orbots, I would never have confused them with your GoBots. But it was a collaboration with TMS and Intermedia and MGM. It's directed by veteran anime director Osamu Dezaki and features character designs by Akio Sugino, And it only aired from September 8th, 1984 to December 15th, 1984 on Saturday mornings. So it was developed from an idea pitched by Fred Silverman in response to the popularity of other robot-related properties. So like I said, at the time, GoBots was out and Transformers was out. There was an original 6-minute pilot, and I've watched that as well. It's out there. It was originally called Brutes, not the Mighty Orbots. The character of Rob and Ono looked similar to the ones that made it to the show. And the other Orbots, they had the same names, but the designs were just a little slightly different. Different coloring, different shapes. But yes, it was broadcast in the United States and in Japan. Unlike many other shows of its kind, Orbots was not simply a translated Japanese import. It was directed by anime industry veteran Osamu Dezaki, with storyboard work by Dezaki's brother, Satoshi Dezaki, character designs by Akio Sugino, and animation by Shinjo Araki. Yeah, so as I watch this, the very first and second episode have a different... The openings are different than the rest of the show. It really starts out as... well, it says here... the narration for it is... Earth, the 23rd century, a time of robots and aliens, and of destruction and terror. Can the Galactic Patrol, Defender of the United Planets, stop the evil computer Umbra? You bet they can. Meet Rob Simmons, the secret inventor of Feisty Ono, Mighty Tor, Versatile Bort, Elusive Boo, Bo, the master of the elements, and Crunch, the metal muncher. Super robots forging together at Rob's command to form Mighty Orbots, champion of the universe. You have to try to type Orbot with autocorrect. Yeah, it's not going to let you, eh? Did you mean robot? And yes, after the second episode, they went with the third one. I believe they changed it up, and it was more generic, with Ono sort of taking over and bossing around the other Orbots, telling them to stop Crunch from eating the episode. It's kind of silly, but it was nothing like the first two. I think the TMS did an excellent job with their animation. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of rotating shots and panning shots that are just, you have so much movement all at once. I think they did an excellent job on the animation. It was way better than it had to be for a Saturday morning cartoon show. Yeah, and the tonal shifts, sure, they can be tough. And watching the show, the characters, so Rob Simmons was voiced by Barry Gordon. And if you don't know Barry Gordon, think of the Nestle Quick Rabbit. He was the voice of the Nestle Quick Rabbit. There was Commander Rondu, who is voiced by Don Messick, who is a very famous voice actor. He has done so much for Hanna-Barbera. Dia was voiced by Jennifer Darling. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know the voice. It's so iconic. Just you hear that voice and you're like, "Yep, that's the Quick Rabbit." Yep. The Orbots. So the first one Rob made was "Oh no," and obviously her catchphrase is "Oh no." Back when you saved up box tops to get the Nestle Rabbit mixer pitcher. Yeah, save those box tops. I always liked the prizes that came in the cereal boxes too. But yes, Ono had her catchphrase, which was "Oh no." And she was sort of the, she sort of like ordered around the other Orbots, even though she was tiny. I got a picture. I believe we got pictures here. There she is. Ono. And you can see by the art style. And there's Tor, Bo, and Crunch. So Tor was he was the body of the, when they all combined to form one giant robot, Tor was the main body. And he's the big, he's your atypical big strong guy, not a lot of brains. And then there's Bort, who could change into other, like, it was really strange. He could transform into different appliances or different anything they needed, aircraft or, you know, a vacuum or anything like that. He could transform. There's Rob and Ono, and that's their little car. Yeah, the evil force they're fighting against is called Umbra. And he is the leader of Shadow, but he's a biomechanical computer. He's the size of a planet's core, and he has he looks like a big globe with a mouth and like 5 eyes. So pretty terrifying looking, really, if you look at it. Like, this guy, this is what they're up against. Yeah, I mean, like, he could attack them directly, but he would have his minions that would go out and attack the Mighty Orbots. And there's Crunch. He is your typical, I can eat anything, but it's so I can provide lots of energy. Yeah, that's some berserk-ass movie. Yeah, Crunch and Bort, they formed the legs of the main Mighty Orbot. There's Boo. I believe she can control the elements. And there's Bo and Boo and Tor. I believe Bo was voiced by the same woman that did Alexandra on Josie and the Pussycats. So you have that sort of snotty sounding, you know, know-it-all kind of voice. She brought that to the table. Another picture of Ono. This is Rondu and Dia, and they're the ones that give Rob his orders. That's their father and daughter. And at first I thought they named him after the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy, but that's Yondu. So I don't know whether these guys were Guardians of the Galaxy fans who made this. Maybe they were. Another one of Ono and Rob in their beam car, they called it. And they're meeting some rock stars in their first, believe it's episode 1 that they meet 2 rock stars who are not good guys. Crunch sitting down to a meal. Tor getting ready for action. One of the enemies they face, Belladonna and Neutron. There's a group shot there. Yeah, one of those times your brain pulls from inspiration, you don't realize. Yeah, I mean, just change a letter. Their Galactic Patrol headquarters. Dia. I'm not sure if that's the planet they're saying. It's Verbanos. There's Rob working. And that's his lab. Not to be confused with the headquarters. That is when they're all combined. Bort. And Rob and Ono. And another group shot. One of the minor villains, a petty thief called Kleptos, and his nephew steal from the Orbots. Kleptos, yeah, kleptomaniac, very good. There they are when they're all combined. They form this giant robot, and Rob and Ono go into the chest part there, and that's how they help control them. Yeah, Bort transports Crunch as a hovercraft, so he changed that. Bort can change into different vehicles and such. Those two are fighting, so Tor separates them. Another Ono. Teach kids big words with silly references. Yeah. Yeah. No matter how small Ono was, she could always put Tor in his place. And there we go. That's your title card right there. So yeah, it did not last long. I don't think it got enough love at the time. It's too bad that Tonka decided they wanted to slap it down and not let them continue on. There's no way I would have confused them with GoBots. That's just preposterous. I mean, I don't know where they got that from, but I guess they didn't want to have any kind of competition. They were already up against the Transformers. And in my opinion, the Transformers just wiped the floor with them. Oh, yes, here we go. I don't know if I'll get in trouble for this, but this is the Internet Movie Database. And if you look, it's kind of playing the... There's no sound, so... But if you watch the animation, you'll see what I mean. It's very smooth. You look at it and you're like, yep, that's an anime show. Right off the bat. You're not even going to argue. You're going to be like, yep, that's it. No, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The original. I don't want to stare on it too much. Okay, come on. US copyright is dumb. If they don't fight the Orbots, it gives the next competitor a better argument to exist. Yeah. Why compete and do stuff better when you can just wipe out the competition and then you can just be lazy, right? It's ridiculous. Okay, well, come on. We've done enough of this. Turtles. And what if I go like this? There you go. Like, look at that. That is slick. Then there's the Umbra. And then they go through all the different robots. And it's a very quick opening, but that's it. And it has the cast from the Japanese version, which I've tried to look for, but I cannot find. You can only find the dub. But it was only 13 episodes, so it was a quick watch. It was fun. It brought back a lot of memories. Even IMDb has that as trivia, that they got The lawsuit from Tonka. Oh, the allegation of basing the cartoon on their GoBots franchise, which was adapted from Bandai's Machine Robo line. Although that lawsuit proved to be baseless, the legal complications led to Mighty Orbots being cancelled after one season. Yeah, thanks a lot. You know what? Sent straight over for English, then dubbed into Japanese. You know, it might have been. I mean, it sounds like it was a collaboration between the two companies. So, let's see what it says here. Okay, yeah, it goes through. Even their combined form would go through some development evolution before becoming Mighty Orbots. It was produced by Tokyo Movie Shinsha and Intermedia Entertainment and associated with MGM Television, yeah, for both the United States for the television broadcast and Japan via home video. Okay. So concurrently, I guess. Once the animation was done and all that, they must have just said, here's yours, go ahead and dub it, and then here's Japan, here, you go ahead and dub it. But it was just went to home video in Japan. Yes, and the special 6-minute pilot is called Broots. Broots. Yes, and it says the description here is the original 6-minute pilot featured a slightly different version of Mighty Orbots called Broots. Rob and Ono look similar to their finished selves, though definitively more late 70s like. The Orbots, while having the same names as in the finished product, are subtly different and obviously unfinished. Even their combined form, aka Super Brutes, would go through some more developmental evolution before becoming Mighty Orbots. And it's only 6 minutes long and 111 people watched it. And they didn't give it a very good score either. Well, what do you want? It's a pilot. Like, they're trying stuff out. It's not. It's pretty much just a pitch to the company, like, here, this is what we're thinking of. And they'll look at it and go yes or no. But I decided I had to watch it just to see what the pilot looked like. And a good morning to Woopa Troopa. Welcome. And he you say, hola. So yes, Woopa just going through some Mighty Orbots. It's a show from 1984, and it's pretty darn good. It seemed to be developed concurrently for the US and Japanese market. It's only 13 episodes long, so it's not a long watch. That was a sus ad there. Okay. Mighty Orbots. Another one I've been watching from that time period. Unless you guys have any more. You got any questions about the Orbots? You guys think you might try it out? Just even watch the first episode just to see what's going on. See what you think. Yeah, I mean, how can you not watch it when you've got a villain like Umbra? A 5-eyed supercomputer that lives at the core of a planet. And you've got 5 robots that form one big robot. Wait a minute, that sounds familiar. Almost like Voltron. It's been some sussy ads. So yes, there might have been an argument that it's not anime, but I say it is. And you can see there they are, all combined. Some people might not think it counts as anime because it wasn't in Japan first and then brought over. Whereas as we were reading it up, me and Blaine sort of figured out that maybe they just did all the animation and then they just gave it to the Americans, said, here, you guys dub it in English, and gave it to Japanese and said, here, you guys dub it in Japanese. If modern Castlevania counts, then this counts too. Yeah, I guess, eh? I haven't seen modern Castlevania, so. Yeah, and having it brought out in the 1984 is when it came out, so. But it's nice to see that there's some people still watching it. 80 people completed it, it says here on Analyst. 102 are planning. 23 dropped it, and 7 paused. And yeah, the average score is about 47%, which I think it's low. That shouldn't be that low. At least give it a 60. Let's see. Yeah, actually, I gave it an 8 out of 10. One of the other ones I'm watching right now is Thunderbirds 2086. So the original Thunderbirds came out in 1966, and it was Super Marionation. I don't know if you guys remember any of that. I think there was Thunderbirds, and I think there was Fireball XL5, XLR. Anyways, it was the same style. They used marionettes. I guess the modern equivalent would have been Team America. What is that? Team America, World Protectors, World Police. They did the same thing. They did marionettes. But this one didn't. This Thunderbirds did just standard hand-drawn animation. It only ran for one season, 24 episodes. I'm just starting. I've only got up to, I think, episode 3. Why do you remember this as a live-action Sentai style? It's kind of like, if we have a look here, let's see if I can't. Thunderbirds 86. Yeah, okay, minions. Can go away. Yeah, they're pretty much a rescue team. In 2086, a new generation of Thunderbirds braves Earth and space to answer distress calls, resolve crises and disasters, and save lives. So it's pretty cool. It's got, at the very beginning of the show, it's got some rudimentary computer graphics for the time. And it's got your typical anime style character designs. And yeah, each Thunderbird can link up with the other one. So Thunderbird 1, which is a space shuttle, can link up with Thunderbird 2, which is a hypersonic transport, can link up with Thunderbird 3, which is a ground unit. Okay. Oh yes, and I think there's a number 4, which is a submarine. I haven't seen that yet in the show, but yeah, Thunderbird 2, hypersonic transport. So this one, who did it? Oh, Toei. Toei produced it. So obviously Toei doing a lot. Toei does a lot of stuff. Sailor Moon, the first Slam Dunk, which is coming out soon. One Piece, Dragon Ball. What else? Digimon. Anything else I know here? Pretty Cure. Sailor Moon. Anyways, Toei does a lot. And they were the producers for the Thunderbirds. Which I almost want to say is just like Mighty Orbots, where they did it and they were like, here you go. Because, yeah, the Japanese version is called Kagaku Kyojotai Techno Voyager. And this came out in 1982. So it even predates the Mighty Orbots. So what I like about this show so far is that you don't have some sort of like some maverick loose cannon who's like goes off on their own to do. Everyone cooperates, everyone talks to each other, and for a kids show they talk very, very adult. So there's no dumb jokes or puns or anything like that. It's they just know they have a job to do. And the one episode I was watching, there was a satellite that was in trouble. The reactor was overloading, and one of the team members was rescuing somebody, but they got blown into space. And the one woman was going to go leave her position when she had to start cutting the reactor, but she was going to leave to go rescue them, but she was stopped. It was like, hang on. We have to wait. We have to do this job first, and then you can go and we can try and rescue them. And she thought about it for a minute and then just didn't fly off the handle and just was like, yes, you're right. We have to save the station first, and then we can go rescue our friends. So it's little stuff like that that really makes it more enjoyable when they do a little more realistic and a little more, we'll put a little more humanity into it rather than just silliness and, oh, I'm going to do it because I'm the main character, or I'm the hero today. Nobody has the hero affliction Yeah. There's got to be a story behind these guys, too. Yeah, like it says here, Thunderbirds 2086 is the English dubbed version of the Japanese anime series Scientific Rescue Team Techno Voyager. Kagaku Kyojotai Techno Voyager. Loosely inspired by the original Jerry Sanderson Super Marionation series Thunderbirds, yes. The series was dubbed in English by ITC Entertainment, the original company who produced Thunderbirds, but is not officially recognized as canon due to non-involvement by either Jerry or Sylvia. The series contains music and sound effects from Thunderbirds as well as from Anderson's other series, Stingray, Captain Scarlet and the Mysterions, Joe 90, UFO, and Space 1999. A total of 24 episodes were produced, but only 18 were shown on Fuji TV in 1982. The series takes place in 2086 and chronicles the adventures of Techno Voyager, a portmanteau of technology, boy, and Voyager. A rescue team called the Thunderbirds who work for the International Rescue Organization. In the Japanese version, the two entities are the same. Okay. Unlike the original International Rescue, which was small scale and family run, Techno Voyager was a vast organization comprising numerous branches that are overseen by the Federation. This series equivalent of the United Nations, although the English version is called Thunderbirds 2086, the Tracy family who ran International Rescue in the original series is not mentioned. In the English version, the Thunderbirds name is used to refer to the team, while in the original series the name merely referred to their vehicles. The animated series otherwise has notable similarities to the original, with most episodes revolving around a natural or man-made disaster which the Techno Voyager Thunderbirds team must investigate and help resolve. Unlike the original series, Thunderbirds 2086 also has an ongoing story arc, like many Japanese anime series. This one revolves around a breakaway independence group known as the Shadow Axis, led by the mysterious Star Crusher. There's a strong suggestion in the series that Star Crusher is not human and may actually be some kind of alien. Okay, well, I haven't gotten up that far. Similar to the original show, the team's headquarters is an island in the Pacific. Its main building is a huge pyramid containing an entire city inside. It is known as Arcology. Like the original International Rescue, a space station in orbit is maintained to monitor Mayday calls. TB6 is the space station in this series, similar in concept to Thunderbird 5. Both the Arcology and TB6 are home to thousands of people. Okay, there are 17 vehicles, each different purpose and specialty. The craft are referred to using abbreviation designations containing TB, such as TB1, TB2. In the original series, TB was an abbreviation for Techno Voyager. Okay, I don't care for this. It's Techno Voyager. Don't put a B in it. In the English version, it stands for Thunderbird. Yes. Oddly, the introductory dialogue in the English version describes the characters as cadets, while all the episodes give their rank as captain. Grant Hansen is the senior captain in charge of the group. TB1, TB2, all the way through. I've only seen the first 3 or 4 of these, so I don't want to spoil it too much. Yeah, I have only seen the first 3 episodes, so I have quite a few to go. 21 more episodes to go, but it's going to be well worth it. It's going to be a nice trip down memory lane to see the let's see. Yeah, Thunderbirds. Let's see. Earl Hammond. I've heard that name before. Earl Hammond, a thespian who acted in radio, movies, television, and on Broadway in a career that spanned a remarkable 70 years. He was born Erwin Saul Hamburger on June 17, 1921. In New York City, he became a professional actor on radio at the age of 7 and continued working at the venue for over 50 years. He had recurring, part on the soap opera Days of Our Lives in the 1940s and appeared on the CBS Radio Mystery Theater in 1979 and 1982. Yes, but where do I know his voice from? Later in his career, he became voice actor, supplying voiceovers for TV series Star Blazers, The Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers, Silverhawks, and Thundercats. He did voice work on audio tapes. Pope John Paul II selected him to be his voice on the audio book made for the Pope's book, Crossing the Threshold of Hope. He did the voice of Mum-Ra in the Thundercats, one of the most fearsome cartoon villains of the 80s. Provided the voice of Megatron in a series of read-along Transformers book and Okay, so he didn't do anything on the show, but he did it in a read-along book. Between 1974 and 1980, he appeared in 189 episodes of the CBS Radio Mystery Theater. Japanese doesn't have a V character, so it uses B. Okay, yeah, I should have known that. So there you go, the voice of Mum-Ra was also in the Thunderbirds. Yeah, you love Thundercats. I mean, well, once again, that's another show that was, now was it animated by Toei? Let's have a look. Thundercats. The original Thundercats show was animated in Japan while being produced, written, and voice acted in the United States. Originally distributed by Rankin Bass. Yeah, I love Rankin Bass. Those guys are great. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm not sure. Not sure who produced it. Animated by Japanese studio Pacific Animation Corporation. Walt Disney Animation Japan? Really? Rankin Bass is how you spell Christmas. Yeah. I mean, so much good stuff they did. They also did The Hobbit from 1977. That was an excellent show. But yeah, I think almost all the stop motion stuff from Rudolph to Frosty and all that was Rankin Bass. Pacific Animation Corporation was one of two animation firms that formed at the end of Topcraft in 1984, with the other being Studio Ghibli. Pacific Animation did 3 TV series and 1 television film for Rankin Bass, and in 1988, Disney Company purchased Pacific Animation Corporation, which was renamed as Walt Disney Animation Japan. Okay. The studio was set up to provide the animation services for Disney's animated television series in 1989. As direct-to-video increased in importance, the overseas studios moved to making feature films. DAJ worked on the Tigger movie, In 2003, the company produced Piglet's Big Movie for Disney Toon Studios, and 101 Dalmatians 2, Patch's London Adventure. In September 2003, Disney announced the closure of the studio with Pooh's Heffalump movie to be its final work. Well, that's not good. Disney Animation Japan was closed in June 2004. 30 employees expected to be transferred to one of two Disney's remaining animation units. The closure of the Japanese studio, its remaining work for Disney Toon Studios was split between its US and Australian animation units. Employees not transferred to launch a new company, the Answer Studio. Yeah. You can tell right away. As soon as Thundercats starts up as well, you're like, yep, this was made in Japan. I saw a bit of the second Thundercats television series in 2011. That was done very high quality animation. I did not watch Thundercats Roar because that style of animation just disgusts me. So why would I even bother? Why torture myself? Yeah, that's. When did it come out too? 1985. Okay, so it was right in there, prime time. You had Thundercats, you had Thunderbirds, you had the Mighty Orbots. They were all in that area. So it was quite the golden age of watching awesome looking cartoons that were made in Japan. Yeah. There we are, television series. And apparently there was a lot. The series cost $15 million to make. Wow. Looks like they had 4 seasons. Complete series. Warner Home Video have released the entire Thundercats series in the UK in the following order. Oh, in the UK, Warner Home Video released the entire original 80s series of Thundercats in the US over a number of volumes in the following order. Season 1, Volume 1, Volume 2, Season 2, Volume 1, Volume 2, Season 1, Part 1, Season 2, Part 2. 130 episodes if you get the complete series. I would shoot for that instead. Yeah. And yeah, Thundercats. There you go. For the first time, says on here, there's got to be some photos. Yeah, there's a lot of photos. Now you can't tell me that's just freaking horrifying. Watching Mumra go from his mummy state to his powered ups. And they called these guys mutants. So they were like, oh, those filthy mutants. There's a good shot. Old Mumra. Yeah, that was another good one. And they got the right voice to it for Reliano as well. He sounds very, very heroic. And the same, you can't have a good main character unless you have a really evil villain whose voice just really matches their attitude and their character design. Lots of pictures. I don't know whether you can upload these yourself or whether they're just like, yeah, just grab random pictures from the show. But yeah, that's a lot of pictures. You remember what Mumra used to say to transform? I think he used to be like, ancient spirits of evil, transform this decaying form to Mumra, the ever-living. Something like that. Yeah. So, I'd say that'll be it for today, I think. Had a chance to have a look at the old trip down memory lane there with Thunderbirds, Mighty Orbots, Thundercats. Yeah, where is it here? Mighty. Those are some good shows. If you guys feel like watching them, I'm sure you can find them out there. You know, Yar Har and all that. I'm sure that's one way to do it. Just like to thank everyone for coming out. Like to thank Woopa Troopa. Thanks for coming out, buddy. If you have not subscribed or seen any of Woopa's streams, I would highly recommend you do. He plays Hearts of Iron 4 and he plays Pokemon games. And I believe it's Troopa Tuesday on his channel and Woopa Wednesday. So definitely go subscribe to him. And I'd like to thank Blaine from Blaine's Escape Corner. If you haven't subscribed to Blaine, you should. He provides a lot of anime entertainment 5 days a week, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Go there, show him some love, hit a like button, subscribe. Anyone else that stopped by, I appreciate it. It's nice to see people come by first just from anime chatting in the morning. Kind of breaks up the day. You can sort of find out different different shows that you may not have known about. Maybe some older stuff. I know I'm not right up to date on what's brand new and what's coming out, but there's other people that do that stuff. I will watch new stuff, but I like the old stuff too. Can't forget where you came from, otherwise, you're gonna miss out on so much. But for now, I believe that'll be it for me. Once again, it was a fun time seeing everybody come out, and I will talk to everyone later. This is the Popculture Mechanic signing off. So long, everyone.